Ah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. It's your partner. It's your partner this morning, Frankie P. And let me get set up here. Get you set up. And this morning, I'm hoping the volume kind of comes through because I'm a good little ways, a foot or so, 2 feet away. But what I wanted to cover this morning, the ecstatic Frankie P. Want to be a little more reserved this morning because I just wanted to talk to you simply about the business academy that I'm at now, and I wanted to just give you a quick review and just give you some of the thoughts that are going through my mind and share with you, and hopefully some of the thoughts or some of the things that some of my takeaways can resonate with you, and maybe you can use this with your business and growing yourself. That fell down on me. Hey, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. But first and foremost, it keeps falling on me. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get it set up. First and foremost, I wanted to cover the first speaker we had was Gordon Morton, and Gordon talked about the cumulative power of small sustained advantage. Now, when I say that, and I ask you a question, do you believe that today, meaning today, today, that you can go out and in your life you can do something that's destructive and just tear your life apart and it'll never be the same again? Do you believe that? If you believe that, go ahead and tap the screen and give me some hearts. Hola to you. Must be from Spanish. Hello, hello, hello. All right. But if you believe that, do you believe that you could do something today that for the rest of your life it would affect you and your life would never be the same in a negative way? It would never be the same again. Obviously, yes, you could. By the same token, could you today do something great and change your life forever? See, that's what I'm talking about. The cumulative power of those small sustained advantage. So here's an example. What do you mean, Frankie P? Let's think about if you've ever been to Las Vegas. Plan on going very soon. But if you've ever been to Las Vegas, you know they have a roulette table. And here's the example that Gordon used. You have a roulette table. Now, on that roulette table, you have, I don't know, maybe 50 blacks and 50 reds. You have 50 blacks and 50 reds. So how does the house have an advantage if there's 50 blacks and 50 reds? Well, here's the small little trick that Las Vegas use. And those of you, you're probably thinking in your mind right now, yes, I know what the advantage is. Yes, they actually don't have 50 reds and 50 blacks, because it was to be 50-50 game, and Vegas, the odds would kind of be in your favor. You'd just bet the same color every time, and eventually you'll win. You'll just double your money, and eventually you'll win. But here's the trick. There are actually two green slots on the roulette machine. On the roulette, there's 0 and double 0. Now, what happens there? Nobody wins. Whether you bet on black or whether you bet on red, no one wins. And that's what we're talking about, the cumulative power of those small sustained actions that give you an advantage. So what are you doing in your life? What are you doing in your life that those small, and it's nothing big, nothing huge that I'm speaking of, nothing huge that you have to do today. Do something small. Get up right now and take a walk. Do something that you never did. Read a book. Read a book. I'm here at one of our leaders' home. He invited me in while we're at the Business Academy. Read a book. What else did Gordon talk about? He talking about growth. If you wanted to grow your child, if you wanted to teach your child to eat for a day, he said if you wanted to teach your child to eat for a day, you would show them how to grow wheat. If you wanted to teach your child how to eat for a year, you would teach them how to grow a tree. Now, if you wanted to teach your child how to eat for a lifetime, you would teach them to grow people. I thought that was powerful. I thought that was powerful. He also talked about a book, Pour Your Heart Into It. Yeah, he went over a book of Pour Your Heart Into It. Went over the ratios of in our lives. We're either producing money or people, or we're consuming and we're taking away. Which one are you? Are you more of a producer, or are you more of a consumer? And depending upon where you are on that weighted scale, that's where you are going to be in your life. Are you a producer? Or are you a consumer? He also talked about the importance, and this was, I found this very interesting, the importance of associations in your life. Basically, who do you associate with? Who do you find yourself associating with on a daily basis? Are you associating with let's say if whoever you're associating with, if 9 of those people are associating in a certain niche, you're probably the 10th person in that niche. What I mean, if your friends are readers, book readers, you probably read books. If your friends run, you're probably a runner. If your friends go to the club, you probably go to the club. And here's the second thing he talked about is, what direction are they nudging you? Not that they're forcing you, but which direction are they giving you that little nudge on which way to go? Again, if your friends are heavy into training, they might say, man, you need to you may need to come on and try this bike spinning class that we just took. Whew, I lost 5 pounds in a week. I don't know. And you need to check it out. So they're going to nudge you in the direction of what they do. Your girlfriend might say, girl, they got this pole dancing class. You know that new pole dancing class they have? You got to try it out. It is the bomb. But that's the direction that they would be nudging you. If you find 9 of your friends in that direction, oh, you like that? I see y'all giving out the hearts. You like that? Who was you opposed? But whatever direction your friends tend to go is the direction that are going to tend to nudge you. So realize who are you associating with, and which direction are they nudging you. Gordon also talked about personal development. I'm big and key on personal development. What he says being the example he uses kind of being on a moving, if you've been at an airport and you've been on one of the moving, I guess they call moving escalator, moving walkways that moves kind of fast. And what happens, you get excited in your business and you're moving, and then you talk to your friends and your family, and it's like getting off this, it just stops. Okay, that's what it's like when you want to be a business person and you're thinking differently than those who are associating with you. If they are not thinking like you may want to go somewhere else. Yes, yeah, you go ahead and invite some people over. Absolutely, invite some people over. Because we're just trying to grow this community and we're just learning here. Do you know what you have? He talked about it was a portrait by Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh. Someone had a portrait of Vincent van Gogh in their home, and in this and the picture on the wall, they had actually had the picture on their wall for years and years and years. So finally, 10, 15, 20 years later, they take the picture and they have it appraised, and then they find out that this picture is worth millions of dollars. But here's the question. When did the couple become millionaires? I'll let you ponder that for a second. And not too long, because here's the answer. They were actually millionaires the day that they got the day that they had the portrait and the portrait was hung up. That's when they became millionaires. But because they didn't know what they had, they didn't realize the millions until they took it to an appraiser. And that's what the same thing about you. With you, what do you have inside you that's millions, but yet the world doesn't know because you're not willing to share what you have. That was powerful. We had Glade Paulson. He went over a lot of books. Some of the books he went over: seven Habits of Highly Effective Network Marketing Professionals by Stephen Covey. Good to Great by Jim Collins. He went over basically all the books by Jim Rohn, and he spoke on about the Augmendino, the greatest salesman in the world. We had Jay Andrus. he went over why people don't join network marketing. And typically, and he broke it down. It was so simple. Because he has a one-page presentation, and he talked about people, just a couple of things, and a couple of the things that reason that they don't join is, one, they don't believe in the industry of network marketing, and I have friends who just don't believe in network marketing. They don't believe in the concept of network marketing. They want to open up a business, a brick and mortar, because they feel that that's the way. Their advantages and disadvantages that we can go into on another broadcast. They may not believe in your product or your service. They may not believe in the company that you're affiliated with. But number four is probably the most pressing thing, or probably the reason why they don't join your company, is they don't have any belief in themselves. They believe when they get on that walkway that they're going to hit a wall and they're going to stop. So that's key. That's why personal growth is so vital in network marketing, because people need to build themselves up, and you need to build your team up also to help them have that belief in themselves. Carly Butler, the phenomenal Carly Butler. Her presentation is so on point. I mean, it's just like, and typically when she says it, you see it. But and I think I did a post on this. Carly's her signature line is, how do you build a large team and become successful in network marketing to become a 500K like she is? And I know if you're not in my company, you probably doesn't even resonate to what it is. But whatever company you're in, how do you become successful and become one of the top income earners in your company? Here it is. You ready? Use and share your products and your opportunity with others often. Okay. Let me say that again. Use this is the secret. This is gold right here. Use and share your products and opportunity with others often. And that's it. Dave Webb went over the 2 characteristics of any successful network marketer. And here, what are the 2 characteristics? Optimism and persistence. You must be optimistic about seeing things, and be optimistic that things are always going to work out. You have to have the optimism that things, and then sometimes let's be transparent. Things don't work out. But when they don't work out and you're optimistic about it, then you just have to rely on persistence and continue to do it again. Boom, boom, boom. Continue to do it again. Oh, network, personal growth. Yeah, the books, a lot of books. Tom Ferrier, he just a lot of books. What do we do? If you're not in my company, you don't have to listen to this part here. The next academy is going to be in Las Vegas on June 2nd and 3rd. $39, just $39 for all of this. $39, and it's limited. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you get registered immediately. Let me see how to structure business. That's more personal business for my particular company. Joe Morton. Okay, Joe Morton talked about freedom. Freedom. What do you want freedom of in your life? What do you want freedom of? When we look at most people want freedom in this category. They want freedom of better health. They want freedom of a better financial position in their business, or just their finances in general. They want freedom of the mind. They want freedom to dream. They want freedom to, and then they want freedom to be. They want freedom to dream the ultimate dream of your destiny, and they want the freedom to be. Thought that was major. He spoke about a book, and I would encourage you to get this book. First, let me encourage you to get Positive In that Joe Morton wrote. He wrote a book, Positive In. I would encourage you to get that book. But the next book is Thought Vibrations. That was by William Walker Atkinson, and it was written in 1906. And what I will be doing